Wow. So this, I'm going to guess that probably the entire audience who listens to this are where you were. They are in the hustle and bustle of the 8 till 5, 8 till 6, monthly paycheck. There's always more month than money, that whole thing.
Oh, yeah.
How did you go about saying, that's it, we quit and we're off to, as you said to me, the middle of nowhere in Kentucky to go hide from the world?
I think it was a whole lot. I always relate it back, if you've seen the movie Forrest Gump, how things just kind of happened. He was just muddling along and the shrimp boat and the whole deal. Yeah, it's kind of been our shrimp boat.
Okay.
That's the best analogy I can really give. We had a loose plan, I think. And, it's just like, we have a pretty good network of friends we can lean on for advice. And we just took off and had a little bit of a plan, had a little bit of land, and, we worked pretty hard to get debt free, I think, is first and foremost, because you don't have that hanging over your head, you can do a lot more. And we did without. We still do without.
I was gonna say, when you live with less, it just, we just like, oh, you don't even need that. Not even less. Like, you don't even need that. So
yeah, we still don't have legitimate running water. We have a little bit of electricity. Firewood, of course, in the wintertime. So, I think you have to make sacrifices if you want that lifestyle. You can work for somebody else or you can work for yourself and get that reward of what you put into it. You can see what you get out of it that same day, or 6 months later if you're growing a garden, or just any task you do, you get that. Everybody wants instant gratification. Well, there's no better way to get it, I don't think.
Right. And just like history's proven that we, as a society, we went so headlong away from instant gratification, where you have to work for 20, 30 years to get a retirement to actually do the things you want, where we're not really, as humans, we're not really programmed like that. Not to say that there's not, we do have priorities that, we can't do everything. We need to put away for winter, or, put away for, we're going to build this for 5 years later, something like that. But the time is now to live your life. And we have went without because, our house is not big. It's small by most people's standards. It's very primitive. I'm sure people come and visit and be like, oh my gosh, somebody needs to call somebody about these people. They need intervention. But it's comfortable for us, and it's allowed us to do the things we want to do. But yeah, we didn't go in with a plan, say, we're going to do X, Y, and Z. It was kind of like, we don't want to work for those people anymore. We want to work for ourselves. Let's figure it out. And then the rest just kind of fell in line. Like you said, we just kind of, not that we stumble into things. It's not like that.
We do stumble into things.
Yeah, but we do.
She's totally lying.
But it's just that, I guess it's our openness, maybe, that it looks like stumbling. We're just open to, we do the next right thing, and then things happen. So
I think being genuine, you can try to sell yourself, I suppose, or you can just be you and let that sell you. That's kind of the way I look at it.
It strikes me that you've given away what some people would think about as instant gratification, which might be an iPhone or, all of that stuff. But you've actually got for yourself another form of instant gratification. The gratification of seeing a seedling sprout out of a seed, when you only planted it a few days ago. That is instant gratification all on its own.
Well, absolutely.
Yeah. And just like with our animals that we raise, we have pigs and goats, from the time that they're, we're there for the whole process. And it is so much, you can enjoy the process of them, you have them breeding and eating and growing. And then, when it's time to harvest, or if you sell them, all the things that are involved, it is, you get this sense of gratification that, you can't go when you go to the grocery store and pick up, uh, the nice, neat little wrap, thing of meat, or or that you got dirt on your fingernails from digging up carrots instead of going to the store and having somebody halfway around the world do it for you. So yeah, it's pretty instant.
That's
And I
amazing.
think it's better for the world. I mean, it's a stewardship thing as well. I think about that all the time, really, especially the last year that we've all had. I mean, everybody, which is kind of odd for us because we don't really get out. Maybe 2 or 3 days a week we'll get out into the world, and then we're like, oh my gosh, that happened. But I think so many people are removed from that. There's so many stressors put on them that are unnatural, and it doesn't really need to happen. The answer is, I think Thoreau said, simplify, simplify, simplify. And that really is, I think, the answer.
Mm.